Welcome to Sib Spot. Today's stories are from Am I the A-Hole? Story 1 is by Etsy, Am I the A-Hole? Am I the a-hole for telling my wife nobody cares about her small business? My wife is 27 and she owns an Etsy shop where she sells handmade jewelry. She has some real talent and the jewelry she sells is genuinely very nice and high quality. She gets a surprising amount of sales on there too, and has great reviews. The issue is that everywhere we go, every conversation she has, she slips something in about her shop and tries to promote it. Talking to a friend? She'll casually mention a big sale she made or a custom order she got and not very subtly mention that she'd give her friend a coupon or something similar. Talking to our waitress, she'll mention that she has a pair of earrings on her shop that would complement their eyes. Talking to someone online, she'll somehow manage to say, as the owner of a small business. She literally cannot have a conversation anywhere with anyone without trying to sell them her jewelry. The other day was a family member's birthday and they were having a decently sized get-together with just other family members and a few close friends. I went with my wife, and she's a pretty social person, even outside of promoting her shop, so she was quickly making conversation with my family. Of course, not 5 minutes later, she was showing someone the bracelet she had on that she made and mentioning that she sells them and talking about how since they were family, she would happily give them a 25% discount. She probably had that exact same conversation with at least 5 people during the 2 hours we were there. As soon as we left, I spoke to her and said she needs to quit doing that. I told her if people were actually interested, they would ask her about her store, but not every single person she talks to wants or needs to hear about her art. She got upset about that and said she's just trying to spread her product and doesn't see what she's doing as wrong and hasn't spoken to me much since. I feel like I'm the a-hole since I will admit I had pretty harsh tone and could have been a lot nicer during the conversation. Plus, I get that she's just trying to sell her products, even if it gets obnoxious. Am I the a-hole? You're a little bit of one just because of the way you said it. Your title that says that you told her nobody cares about her small business is a little bit misleading because you didn't actually tell her nobody cares about her small business. You said, if they care, they will approach you. There is nothing more annoying than somebody who tries to sell you something every 5 minutes and goes to every single person at a party and tries to sell. It makes it seem like you're not interested in actually talking to somebody, you just want to market to them. And it is absolutely obnoxious to most people. So yeah, you asking her to stop doing that, you could basically just tell her you need to cool it on the selling of stuff. If somebody were to come up to her and say, "What do you do for a living?" then it's fine to say, "I do this." And then she can show the jewelry she made and stuff. And if they press her, that's a better way to approach it, not just to go up to everybody and try to market to people. Down in the comments by Caldara Fox. There's middle ground here, but I'm going to go with you're the a-hole because of your delivery. She has a right, and if she's really trying to make a go of the business, an obligation to promote herself. She chooses to do it informally, person to person, which is just fine. I can see, however, that the two of you probably need to have a no business hats night where the focus is on each other. Maybe bring that up gently after apologizing her for being the a-hole here. Under that by Beccahead979. Quoting the comment above them, she chooses to do it informally, person to person, which is just fine. Honestly, this is the best kind of advertising. You want a piece of jewelry, and you think of the nice lady you met at the party who will give you a discount. Win-win. Those two comments are very much saying you're the a-hole for telling her not to do that, and it's great that she's doing that. But other people disagree. Underneath that, by King Gakman. No, don't be trying to sell me something in casual conversation. It's a step away from an MLM pitch. I don't know what an MLM pitch is. I'm going to Google it after this, but if you guys know what it is, please let me know down in the comments. I always appreciate when people share their knowledge. I'll talk about your business and you can make it clear how to buy your stuff, but don't be telling about the discounts you're offering. And under that by Beccahead979 again. Oh, that's fair. I meant more like someone says they like your bracelet and you're like, I made it, and then give them the info with the discount code. I completely understand why it would be inappropriate to just walk in looking to sell to people. See, they agree. It is inappropriate to walk into any place and just try to sell to people, unless you're setting up an appointment to meet with somebody and say, I'd like to show you my jewelry and Etsy store. You don't have to buy anything, but I'll give you a discount code if you're interested. Then you have an appointment to do that, but it's inappropriate to just go to parties and be like, you can buy this at my website, and it gets obnoxious fast. Our next story is by Commercial Ticket 860. Am I the a-hole for not giving my husband food if it was made with a blender he was mad about me buying? I bought myself a nice blender. I work part-time at home and also watch the young kids that are too young for preschool. Due to me staying at home, I cook a lot, which I enjoy, so it's not a big deal. Now, the issue is that he's pissed at how much the blender was. It was $125. This annoyed me greatly since I used my fun money for it, and it's a household tool even though he won't use it. I thought we were over the argument, but I pulled the blender out again to make a smoothie and he made more comments about a waste of money and stupid buy. I had the conversation with him about the whole situation again, and he made more comments next time I took it out, and I had enough. Now every time I make something using a blender, I don't give him any. It all came to a head today. I made a soup and I used the blender. I told him I used the stupid blender to make it so he can't have any and to make his own food. This caused a huge argument. He thinks I'm a petty jerk, but I've told him so many times not to call my purchases a waste. Am I the a-hole for taking it so far? This post made me really start thinking about my marriage. I'm asking for couples counseling, and if things don't change, I will be done. You have your own income. You do your own work at home. You have fun money that you guys are authorized to spend. So why does he even have a problem with it? Why does it matter what you buy with your fun money? Your husband's a jerk. If you have a Vitamix blender, that thing is like $430 or more dollars. Talking Canadian here. It's probably half that in US dollars, but $125 for a blender is not much. And having a good, solid blender in your house is a great thing to have. It just is. Your husband will want this blender someday if he ever has a tooth problem. You need something slurried up so that you can slurp it down instead of chewing. Oh yeah, blenders are a godsend. Our next story is by Short Baseball 477. Am I the a-hole for telling my wife she has to stay home to watch the kids until she replaces the nanny she fired because I work from home? My wife Danielle, who's 33, has a job that requires her to go into the office every day. I'm a 42 male and I work from my home office. We have 2 children, 2 and 4. We had a nanny, Esme, whom we hired after we moved to this city for my wife's job. We do not have family in this city. Esme was with us since we got here 6 months ago. She was excellent at her job and she was a pleasant person in general. Danielle got it into her head that Esme was going to try to get me away from her. She fired her. It was a ridiculous assertion. I love my wife, but she insisted. She then proceeded to kibosh any nanny that the agency sent, even the male ones, because she thought it was weird to have a male nanny. She wants me to watch the kids since I'm home anyway. I said that there was no way that was happening. I bring home 65% of our income. I cannot watch the kids and work. I have dealt with this temporarily by inviting my parents to stay with us so they can watch the kids. Danielle hates this. She likes my folks, but she doesn't like having them here 100% of the time. However, neither her mom or dad are able to help. I told her that if she wants my parents to go home, she either has to replace our nanny or she has to stay home to watch the kids. She says that I'm an a-hole for devaluing her work and expecting her to watch the kids because she's the woman. I'm not. I think she created this situation and it's her responsibility to deal with it. And you would be right, OP. I really hope that the nanny that was over that you say was such a pleasant person really wasn't trying to hook up with you, because that sort of thing has happened before many times. That being said, if she was a great nanny and there was no funny business going on, then she shouldn't have been fired, and Danielle created this and she has insecurities that she needs to be fixing. Why does she think it's okay to tell you to watch the kids, therefore devaluing your work, But if you tell her she created this problem and she needs to stay home, that's devaluing her work. She has double standards, and dealing with somebody who has these kinds of double standards is not fun. You made your bed, now lie in it. Or fix it. Our stories for today have come to a close. Until we meet again, have a remarkable day.